I'm the founder of Something Good Studio, which is a collaborative design studio with a cause. I collaborate with South African talent in creation of beautiful homeware and textile pieces which originate from art. Something Good Studio launched with 6 blankets in collaboration with 6 South African women designers, and girl power has always been a big part of the business. I was obsessed with certain illustrators and artists on social media. Approached them with the idea of perhaps translating their artworks into blankets, and luckily all of the artists that I approached, they were keen on the idea. Everybody said yes. As soon as I had the artists on board, I knew that this was a viable idea. The fact that quite famous South African artists are keen to work with me without even having a manufacturer. I decided to work with cotton. It's a natural fiber and it has a great handle. It breathes well, but yet it's quite cozy and it's soft. And we've got cotton farms in South Africa, so I wanted the whole project to be proudly South African. If you look at the whole circle of the product, the fact that the cotton is from local farmers, it's sent to a local manufacturer, they dye the yarn on the spot and they spin it on the spot, then the product gets knitted, and at the end of the day we give back to the South African artists that we work with. So it's a really nice circle that we've managed to implement. What makes my product so special is the fact that the patterns and the designs are knitted into the blanket as opposed to printed onto, and that hasn't necessarily been done in such a big scale. I really love what I do because of the great people that I get to meet. The artists that I get to work with at the moment are amazing in what they do. What motivates me to progress and to move forward is the love of creating beautiful product and the love of seeing how people react to the product. We've grown a lot in the last 2 years. What started out as tiny little bits of income that we managed to give to the artists sometimes turn into bigger amounts. It's nice to be able to make a difference. A proudly South African aesthetic is very important for Something Good Studio. It's been a part of the vision from the very beginning, but with a bit of a contemporary happy spin. But I intentionally wanted to create something good, something with a happy, inspirational feeling behind it. So the artists that I've decided to work with all have that excitement or that happy spirit about them. And the artworks that they've submitted each have a meaning behind them. And it's actually quite interesting to see how some people really get attracted to the story and the meaning behind the art as opposed to the actual art itself, because they resonate with the stories and they buy into the stories. I had to spend a lot of time to find the correct supplier, and because of the fact that most of our South African retailers have shifted supply to China, a lot of South African jacquard manufacturers have closed down, which is really sad to see. But also, on the bright side of things, it's very exciting to be part of the revolution of that. So now people are looking to South Africa and Africa for design, and the few factories that have managed to stick around are getting great business, and we're growing as companies. You know, you grow hand in hand and you grow those relationships, and it's very exciting to be part of that growth. We have such amazing talent in this country, and it would be great to rather support South African talent and manufacturing as opposed to importing more product. I think if you make an effort of sourcing local and supporting local, all of it has a big impact with regards to the local economy. And if more people could look into ways of doing that, it could make a massive difference.